Alright, this is the video for Miss Day's biology class for 1409. Today is April 28th, 2022. This is for the BioBlizt. We will start out with the first species. Well, we're going to start out with the animals, and the first species is the common garden snail, or snail, as I just call them. Let's see how. So, the garden snail, the ones that you usually see around here, they're usually crawl in your house or any garden you have, you're going to see them in. Their kingdom Animalia. Their phylum is mollusk. Their class is gastropod. They are found throughout most of the world. They come out as eggs, and they actually do sexually reproduce through some self-fertilize. Certain species use what's called love darts and actually penetrate their mates to reproduce sexually. They lay about 80 eggs in the soil, and they take about 1 to 2 years to reach maturity if they get there. The next species we're moving on to is just the common toad, or the European toad. They're very common around here. It's not the cane toad, the invasive species, but we have a lot out at my house. They are kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata. Their class is Amphibia, order Onura, family is Bophanida, and genus is Bufo. They're mainly solitary animals, but in breeding sessions they do come out to large numbers, kind of like frogs. They start out as tadpoles, and several months of growing development, they will spout and turn into little tiny toads. Certain toads will actually go into, will actually not go into water, but be hatched on land. And then some of them are on the endangered list just due to habitat loss and the fact that they were used once in witchcraft. That was like one of the, it's interesting those that popped up. The next is a tree frog, specifically a green tree frog. They come out more towards the spring, although they are seen year round. But towards the springtime is whenever they are very active. Let's see. They are kingdom Animalia, and because they're a frog, they are Amphibia. They range from all the way up into Canada, all the way down to the tip of South America, and pretty much the entire world. Next, we have what was classified as just tree bugs. They're very small insects that tend to feed on leaves. Their scientific name is Heteroptera. There are about 40,000 species of them, but they're commonly referred to as tree bugs or tropical bugs. And they're kingdom Animalia. And they, just like the tree frog, but they range across the entire United States, all the way up into Canada, on Minia Island, and all the way down to the tip of South America, and basically everywhere there is trees, besides the Arctic. They come in very, very many different colors. The one I took a picture of is actually like orange. It's like an orange beetle. And then lastly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, one more. Lastly is the anole lizard that we actually studied in class. We actually have a few out on our property. One is actually a very big one, a big male, and they, like we studied in class, they do have the dominant dance and dewlap. They are class reptilia, femme cordata. They're actually quite popular in the pet and world, and I believe they reproduce sexually, just due. Yes, they do. They produce sexually just due to the nature of actually intimidation through mating. So next is going to be our tree species. So we will start with you.
So I'm gonna do the trees, and the first thing we're gonna do is the American sweet gum, also known as the American, how do you pronounce that? Storax, hazel pine, listed red gum, satin walnut, star leaf gum, alligator wood. These are all the things that they're known as, or simply just sweet gum. And they're normally, seasonal in May, and their kingdom plantae. Okay. Next one is the common fig, and dang kids. Okay. It is an Asian species, a flowering plant, and it's just common fig. Normally it's seasonal during May, just like the American sweet gum. And right, plantae, kingdom plantae. Cypress family, that's yeah, that was that one. Just like the other, this is normally seasonal in April through May, and also kingdom plantae. You got me nervous because you said you get a little faster. The red oak. The next one is the red oak, and looks like all these are normally in seasonal April, May, and all have the same kingdom as plantae. And that one's it. That one. And the live oak. The last one is the live oak, also called subsection. What you said. No. Well, usually they're seasonal in April, not through May, just April. But they're all kingdom plantae and all usually seasonal through April and May. And they're really big trees. Like that.
Alright, and that is the